New tonight, state health leaders are forcing two Scottsdale bars to close just 24 hours after reopening. Notices posted on the doors of Casa Amigos and Bottled Blonde claim they're in violation of several reopening standards set by the state. This is not the first time these bars have run into trouble during the pandemic. The two hot spots were part of the 8 bars charged with failing to comply with social distancing rules back in June. According to a spokesperson with the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control, licenses for the 2 bars will be suspended until further notice. The owner of Casa Amigos declined to comment about the shutdown, and we haven't heard back from Bottled Blonde. And this could be the first of many bar closures. State leaders say detectives are patrolling popular areas and will take action against any businesses not following safety guidelines.